This morning, a final farewell to the late Congressman John Dingell.
His funeral will be in Washington, D.C. later this morning. And our Heather Catallo is live in Washington with a look at what we can expect this morning. Good morning, Heather.
Good morning, Keenan and Alicia. Now, right behind me is Holy Trinity Catholic Church. This is where the funeral mass will be held at 10:30 this morning, and we expect to hear from many longtime friends of John Dingell from both sides of the aisle. In a few hours, the historic Holy Trinity Catholic Church will be filled with friends and family of the late Congressman John Dingell. It has been a week of tributes to the man who holds the record as the longest-serving member of Congress in history. On Tuesday, crowds packed a church in Dearborn to pay their respects to Dingell, and then his flag-draped casket was flown to Washington for one last trip to the U.S. Capitol. Later this morning, former President Bill Clinton, House Majority Leader Steny Hoyer, Congressman John Lewis, former Speaker of the House John Boehner, and other friends and colleagues will speak about their dear friend, the Dean of the Congress.
It will be a final farewell to for Congressman Dingell.
Senator Gary Peters plans to attend today's funeral for his longtime friend and mentor.
It's kind of hard to think about that actually happening, because he's been such a fixture here in Washington, D.C. and in Michigan, and has played such a large role in so much that has happened over many, many decades.
Now, John Dingell did so much for so many people in Michigan, and he really cared about our country. I've constantly heard him described this week as one of a kind, and it certainly sounds like the ceremony here today will reflect that. Reporting live in Washington, D.C., I'm Heather Catallo, 7 Action News. Back to you.
And Heather, once the ceremony wraps up, are there any other special events planned to honor Dingell today?
Yes, after the service here at the church, family and friends only are invited to a reception on the campus of Georgetown, and then the burial will take place at Arlington National Cemetery tomorrow.
Honoring a World War II veteran. What a servant to this country. Thank you so much for that live update, Heather.